hard to put a stick out there.
Well, maybe you can cut it up in squares and pile it up in the backyard.
Yeah, maybe I can send some down there to Shelby.
Yeah, I think that would help, and I could put it on the front yard here and get that silly grass to growing. Anyway, well, see if anybody else is here this morning.
WB4NKL.
There's Clay up there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make one and bring it back to me.
Okay, I'm at the bottom of the list then. Anybody else comes in, they can come in after me. I got 56 degrees here, looks like, and we got a little bit of rain there yesterday evening, about 1/10 of an inch. Didn't mount a whole lot, but it did. That's the first we've had in a while, so it might bring the yard back around where I'll have to start mowing again. Go ahead, Chad. KN4 RCL WB4NKL.
Well, I heard one thing I saw on the news this morning. They said Tennessee's oldest town is getting Tennessee's newest park. They're going to name it Tiger Park. It's going to be up there at the new elementary school in Jonesboro. Cliff, I thought about you. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, alright, good morning, Cliff. Hope everything's okay with you, and how's Linda doing? And anyway, nothing new here. I got up a little bit early this morning. I just couldn't seem to sleep anymore, so I got up about 6:30 and came down here and got me a bowl of Total. I don't know what I'm going to do about that Total. I think it's starting to get gritty. It's like they're putting grit in it or something. I had the same trouble with some of the other cereal that I had. It started to get gritty. And I sent a letter to the company that made it, and they said, well, it's probably just our process. Don't worry about it, you know. But I saw some more comments on the internet about gritty. It's almost hard enough to break your teeth, and it doesn't seem to want to go away. It's like it's got rocks in it or something. Or KN4 RCL N4LQ.
Thank you. Cliff, Steve. Then if anybody comes in, that'll be next. If not, just turn it back to me.
Okay, we'll try to keep some order to it then. I hadn't really run into that, Steve. I know they allow so much insect part and, you know, all kinds of stuff in cereals and food. Maybe it's parts of the grinding wheels or something like that. I don't know. It couldn't be good, I wouldn't think. I still hadn't. I mentioned Linda usually does the shopping. I mentioned to get me a box of that Total. I hadn't tried it in years, and I don't know if she hadn't found it or what the deal is. She had never brought any home. She's I think she's doing a little better. She that still was running some temperature and stuff from time to time, and sore throat. So they give her an antibiotic. I went up and picked it up yesterday. So I don't know. I've seen a little. Well, I'd seen that before about the that pill I was taking. I'd read about that. I don't know. All these medicines. Hey, it's hard to make up your mind whether you want to take this stuff or not. That was a 5-day supply that I had, so I finished it up last Saturday, I think, a week ago. Last Friday, almost a week ago. I I tested and I don't show any signs of the COVID, so whether I had it or not, who knows. Go ahead, Chad. KN4RCL, WB4NKL.
K4YBC. Go ahead and make one calls and throw it back to me. Okay, good morning, gentlemen. Everybody's sounding good. I'm getting a lot of static clashes over here around Lenore. I guess y'all are hearing it too. Real fine. 56 degrees over here, and I think it's going to be another cloudy day like it was yesterday. And Steve Jenny, she likes Cheerios, those flavored ones. I forgot what flavor she gets, and I like Rice Krispies, so anyway, that's the story there. KN4RCL, K4YBC.
Vector Hotel.
Go ahead, Al, and throw it back to me.
Okay, real fine. Good morning, everybody. I don't know who was in here. I just flipped it on. I heard Dave talking. That was it. But anyway, good morning to Dave, and I guess it goes to Chad. I think that's where it goes anyway. But anyway, like I say, good morning, everybody. And we got, let me see what time it is. Time is 72 degrees and it's about 7:45. So y'all are running early. Either that or my clock's way off. But anyway, good to hear y'all. I hope everything's doing okay with everybody else. And, I guess it goes to you, Chad. KN4RCL, KK4VH.
We wouldn't be over the hill if we wasn't running early. That's the key mark of the senior citizen, I guess, and being over the hill. I guess you're right on that, Al. And let's go ahead and make another round of it. Steve, go ahead.
Okay. Red berries. That's I think it was Kellogg's red berries. I ate those things for years, and last year they started getting gritty on me. That's the one that I wrote the company about, and now it's total starting to get grit in it, and I think it's just a matter of them not grinding it up good. You know, it's that grain is hard, and somehow they grind it up in the process. But it's just been going on for a year or two, so I don't know. And yeah, those pills are something else. I looked that up, Cliff, and what that does, it causes your body to react with the COVID and produce variants of the COVID. And those variants are supposed to kill the original one that you had. That's the craziest thing I ever heard of. I don't see how that could work. But anyway, these researchers are finding out that once that happens, you become contagious and you start giving people the variants and passing around. So it doesn't really do much good. And of course, Merck, that's the company that makes it, they're denying all this. And but you know, there you go. I don't know what to think. They made $1 billion on that pill last year, and this year so far I think they've only made $200 million. So they're kind of going out the window. You know, that's the way they all do. They're good for a while when they first get hyped up. So and I guess it goes to Cliff, WB4NKL and 4LQ.
N4LQ, WB4NKL. Good morning, Dave. Let's see, good morning to Cuz and Al. Dave, you'll come right after Al and then turn it back to Chad. Nobody else jumps in. Yeah, they've got that whole deal going, Steve, on the pills. They push it to these doctors, and You know, they bring them food and all kinds of deals by the office, and all these drug reps. My wife used to work in the doctor's office, and they had food every day. They drug reps come by big platters of food and stuff, and that was what the just the office help got. I don't know what the doctors was getting out of it. They got that racket going. Something has to pay for all those ads on TV that they push all that stuff. But yeah, that's the one Linda's taking. It's the more mainstream one. It's got the same side effects, or if you read about it, it's the same deal. So they say if it don't completely kill it, then it comes back morphed. I don't know. It seems like it's not as serious as it used to be, but still hanging around. Go ahead, Cuz, and we'll see who else jumps in. K4YBC, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL, K4YBC, okay, real fine. Well, I've heard a lot of good and bad, mostly bad. And I've heard also that these shots a lot of people are having heart attacks that never had any heart trouble in their life, and now they're having heart attacks and everything else from taking these shots and so forth. So I know a young lady in our Sunday school class was that way, and she's had 2 mild heart attacks in the last 3-4 months, I guess, and she never had heart trouble before. And she did take all that medicine and everything, and you can't help but wonder. And I don't trust the government as far as I could throw my house anyway. And oh well, I won't get on that one, but anyway. Not a lot going on here, so down to you, Al. KK4VH, K4YBC, and how's your wife doing, over?
Okay, real fine. KK4VH and wife's doing fine. She's improving every day, I think. What day she doesn't fall backwards. She's going. She's walking with a cane, and she doesn't use a walker anymore. And she's improved quite a bit. She's still got trouble with her hip. She's still got pain with her hip, but as far as the back pain's gone. So the doctor did her good as far as that's concerned. Now they're working. Now they got to do something to this hip that's full of arthritis, I guess. That's what they say anyway. I don't know whether it is or not. I don't know if that is the problem, but that's what they claim. But you know how that is. But anyway, as far as that vaccine, I took all the shots. I took every one of them, and I've had one booster, I think. Or how many ever boosters that? This latest booster now, I haven't had it yet. But I'm up to date as far as everything was concerned before they come up with another booster now. So, and I don't know whether we're going to get that one or not. But I've had all of them, and I've not had any problems so far. So, but anyway, at my age, I just figure, well, if anything that'll help me if I get it, if it'll help me have a milder case of it, I figured it was worthwhile getting it. That's the reason we went ahead and got them. And that, and the fact that we were going down to Florida, that big wedding, right there when the first ones. I waited until they come out with the vaccine that was made in the U.S. I didn't take the first one. The first one was made overseas somewhere, and I waited until they come out with one here that was made here in this country. So that's what I did. But I don't know. I hear all kinds of stories, but so far, wife and I haven't had any problems. So, but you never know what's coming. So let's see. I guess it's. I I think you said you wanted me to give it to Dave there, Cliff. I think that's what you said. So let me get it to Dave and get it on around here. Good morning, Dave, and I hope you're healing up okay, Dave. WA4LLR, KK4.
KL4S.
WB4NKN.
SSY. KK4 V8 and 3 or 4 people coming in. SSY and NKM, and somebody, I don't know who was the lower man on the totem pole. Well, good morning, everybody. 64 degrees. Looks like we had a little bit of rain last night, maybe 18, 100, something along them lines. Hope you can copy the sleep-powered radio. Coming along. I think I'm finally seeing improvement. Very thankful for that. Those took me up to the 10s unit. That really makes a difference when I'm exercising and when I'm trying to do certain things more painful. That thing has made a believer out of me. Anyhow, I want to get to the main I'll be able to hear me. If Billy doesn't pick it right up, somebody holler at me. KL4SSY, WA4LLR, WK4. I heard you, Rick. Was there somebody else too? Alright, I'll give it to Larry. Larry gives it to Rick. When I had keyed a while ago, Rick was trying to step up on my back. I figured you didn't hear me in the first place, so I called mine again. So that's probably the fourth you heard. So, good morning, everybody. Got a little rain last night. I don't know how much. I hadn't even looked at anything this morning. I was in Knoxville all day at the convention center at the Shed Show, which is pretty good. It gives me more work to have to do today once I get things situated out. So there it is. And good to hear you this morning, Al. Been a few days. Don't know who's in here, so I'll go ahead and give it over to Mr. Larry, WB4NKM, and he can give it to Rick. Listen, I don't know where it goes from there. Probably Terry, I don't know. But anyways, go ahead there, Larry.
Okay, well, good morning to everybody. And this sound good. This is WB4. It was yesterday morning. That's like on here. And did you Rick back in we got that rain up here yesterday too. It kind of poured. Oh, send her back around. WK4R, WB4NKN.
WK4R. Well, good morning, everybody. Back home from several days of babysitting, and seems to be quite a few static crashes down this way this morning. And nobody told me who to give it to. They didn't know, one or the other. I guess they'll enlighten me. Goes to the top of the line, WK4R.
Hello.
Anybody else want in on this? Since Bill done said Terry one time, I'll say Terry twice, and somebody else say Terry again, and maybe he'll show up. You want in on this, Terry?
Jimmy's in there.
Jimmy, can you hear me? Go ahead.
Okay, here I am. K4JAL. I hope I'm readable. You know, I never know with my little rigs whether I'm getting out or not. So there you go. But it's a pretty good day. I've survived coming home from the vacation and this, that, and the other. Who gets it, RCL or who? K4JAL?
It's me, welcome back to Burnsville. KM4RCL. Well, welcome to the Over the Hill group this morning for your blowtorch free speech for anybody that's over the hill. So, enough with that, and I'll send it down to Shelby, and stay off Steve making it still yet. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, okay. The KN4RCL N4LQ. Man, oh man, Jimmy, you about blew my S meter off the scale. You're the strongest one here this morning. 20, 30 over, something like that. Not sure what's wrong. It's not normal. So you must be running the big rig, and you're loud too. So congratulations, you made the Shelby. But good morning, Rick and Larry and Billy. Good to hear everybody this morning, and Dave. And glad you're feeling a little bit better. And you said something that was making you feel better, but I missed the word. Got static, got you just a little bit on the weak side there. So I missed that explanation. Maybe you can fill me in on. I'm for anything that makes me feel good. Over to you, Cliff. WB4NKL, N4LQ.
N4LQ, it's WB4NKL. Okay, good morning to everybody checking in there. You know, Dave said TENS unit, Steve. Oh, he's getting shock therapy. My wife's got one of those little units she puts on her back. Has me to put them on there. She says it helps her quite a bit. So I never did partake. But what if it works? That's great. Everybody's sounding good, Jimmy. You got a big signal there today. I don't know if you've done anything different, but good and strong there this morning. Good copy on everybody. I'm hearing all those static crashes like Larry's talking about. I guess we got some storms somewhere. And yeah, Dave, that's about what rain we got here. It's just a little bit in the bottom of the gauge, so it didn't amount to a whole lot. So I'll send it on around. Go ahead, cuz K4YBC, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL, K4YBC. Okay, real fine. Yeah, I've got one of those little shocking machines here. Put it on my back every now and then. It sure does. It does help. I know when I was taking therapy over to Quest, the lady that was giving me the therapy, she had one, a much bigger one than what I had. But anyway, she used it on my knees and everything, and it did seem to make a big difference. It really did. So I can appreciate those things. I'm just sitting here drinking a cup of coffee, so go ahead, Al, KK4VH, and I'm glad XYL's doing better. KK4VH, K4YBC.
KK4VH, got a feedback here. Keep hearing it coming through one of these speakers here or something, I don't know, but anyway, I hope it's not echoing with me. I hear it, but I don't know where it's coming from. So I just killed one of the speakers, and that done away with it. So I found the problem. But anyway, everybody's booming in here this morning. Good morning to Jimmy and Billy and Larry and Rick, and let's see. I guess that was all the last ones that checked in. So, but anyway, good morning, everybody. I hear everybody fine here this morning. No problem at all. And Yeah, I used one of them, they put one of them machines on me when I went through therapy when I broke my wrist. Boy, it's a very, very soothing. That's what I found it to be. It was very, I don't know, I really relaxing putting that on there. That was after the therapy, and you twist, you bend, you do everything in the world with a broke wrist, and then they like to wear it out, and then you had a little pain after all that. So, boy, when they put that shocking thing on there, boy, that really soothed the pain down and made it feel good, really. I can't remember how long they left it on. It seemed to me like 30 minutes, but then again, it may not have been that long. I don't know, but anyway, it certainly worked, that's for sure. And the wife's got one, too, that she puts on her back, and that was during after the surgery. And that, I guess it helps a lot for that, but that after surgical pain is something that you're glad when it leaves, but need any kind of relief possible while you're healing up, that's for sure. So, let me see. Let me get it to Dave and get it on around again, and I just wonder how big a machine that is you got, Dave. Is that one of them small ones or what? But anyway, as long as it works, that's all that matters. WA4LLR, KK4VH.
KK4VH and the group. WA4LLR. Well, good morning to everybody else. Good morning to you, Rick. Good to hear you back on. Yeah, that storm is out in Kentucky and northern Tennessee. So I was looking at it on radar. Looks like pretty intense system, but it looks like it's going to go north of us. So I don't know. We're still need more rain than we're getting, but whatever. The 10 unit they set me up with is it's just a little bit bigger than a Bay of Fang handheld. It's not quite as big as the older handhelds, but well, I guess it's about the size of a smartphone. A little thicker, but about the size of a smartphone. And this one came pre-programmed for the area. You can change it all around. It's pretty amazing. Many years back, when I had a herniated disc, they got it done for me. And, of course, there wasn't any programming in it. You had to set everything manual. And it didn't do a bit of good for what I was going to do then. So I was kind of working on this one. But, boy, I tell you, they have improved things, and the therapist really knew her stuff about, where to locate the electrodes. So it's a good deal, for sure. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Don't have therapy today. Had therapy yesterday. Got it tomorrow. Rest a little bit. Do therapy on my own. Bailey, I hope you can hear me. That static is pretty loud here. K04SSY, WA4LLR.
Alrighty, WA4LLR and the group K04SSY returning with it. There, some of it right towards the end started crashing pretty bad, but I got 90% of it at least. And I heard you when you unkeyed, so that was important too. So, good morning, Mr. Jimmy. Good to have you back. And Ken called me there a minute ago, said tell everybody good morning. He heard me talking there I heard y'all talking while we was talking. So he said good morning to everybody. He was almost into town here, going to do some work, and then might get him to go over and look at the church, give us a recommendation on the sound system and whatnot here in a bit. So kind of how things are going. Yeah, it's been which it's been wet here most of the year, and it dried up a little bit. And we got, like I said, we was getting a little rain. We got a little rain last night. So like it soaked in pretty good. I don't know, I tell you what, night before last when we was talking to Larry, I ain't never seen nothing. I pulled that weather map up and scoped out where you could see, and it was just pretty much, you know, just blue and yellow everywhere you look. From Australia, you go completely around the globe, and it was just nothing but atmosphere, just storms everywhere. You know, lightning, maybe not have been raining, but it was lightning everywhere. Just pretty much everywhere you looked. Which I don't ever go in there and look like that, I don't guess, but I'd never seen nothing like that when I was looking at one. Maybe I didn't just scope out and look at it to that far out before, but that was pretty impressive. It was noisy that night though. So anyways, I had something here on the phone, so I ain't even looked at it yet this morning. Just had something I was listening to before I got in here and don't want to lose it. So WB4N and KM to pick it up. KO4SSY.
KO4SSY, WB4N KM. Okay, Billy. And adjust my frequency here a little bit. Well, I think the band's long too. On me it is. That lightning, I think I'm pretty close to it. It's coming this way. Sounds like I hadn't looked at no weather this morning, but she's a whooping and a dooping. Probably everybody's getting it that way, but it's not no thunder here, but it's got some strong crashes in it. And you're sounding good up here. Your signal actually came up. The band's playing some funny things and sounding good up here. Dave, you got a good signal. Your low power Kenwood's doing fine this morning. Everybody's doing okay. It's just band jumping up and down on me. We had I don't know how much rain, but it was quite loud coming down at one point there last night. And good morning. Good morning to Rick again. Rick, it's about breakfast time, isn't it? WK4R, WB4N.
Whoa, WK4R. Yeah, I'm getting powerful hungry, but anyway, a tinge unit is good, well actually it's a good way to feel like you're getting electrocuted if you bump the knobs the wrong way. Not that I would know anything about that, but I've just seen it happen. How about that? Not sure what today beholds us, and the static seems to be getting rougher for some reason, but anyway. K4JAL, WK4R.
WK4R, K4JAL. Well, I got stations on both sides of us. Heterodyne in my little PWR8. That's live. I'm just running barefoot on this little Elmac, and I'm glad to hear the signal reports, though. That's good. I never know with my operating skills how I will get out, but as long as I'm there, I'm there. Hadn't got much going on over here today. I may weed eat a little bit. I'm hoping that's getting toward the end. KM4RCL, my neighbor. Take it. K4JAL.
Hey, you want in here? I said your name 3 times. You better get in here. We're fixing the way if you don't get in here. KM4RCL. I was watching the news and they said all them people coming over the border, down there on the southern border in Texas, they're just waiting from fireman control. And since that's the case and them Supreme Fund requirements, I expect to see you, Bob, down there holding a fruit basket for them folks. KM4RCL, and we'll send it on around to Steve.
Yeah. All right, N4LQ. Well, the TENS unit, yeah, I tried that. The chiropractor used it on me. I first started having the bad problems with my back and leg. I went to the chiropractor and they used a TENS unit on me. And they had some girl come in and hook it up, you know, and then they'd put ice on it and yeah, just different things. But I couldn't tell it did much of anything. Chiropractors like them. I bought one back then. I still have it. Just a little thing with little pads you stick on you and plug it in to a wall wart, and it just wasn't enough to do much good for me. A friend of mine was going to a chiropractor, and he told me about this PEMF, you know, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, and he was getting it on his knee, and he said it cured him. So I found a chiropractor here that does it, and it looks like orthopedists are using these things also, but it's a big electromagnet, and they can put it around your knee or your shoulder or whatever it is that's bothering you. Well, since this was in my lower back, they put me in this magnetized chair that had big coils of electromagnets in it, and this big box, man, it had a power cord as big as my arm going to it, and they fired that thing up, and I mean that magnet was making my insides thrash. It was something else. It seemed like it might help a little bit. It didn't cure the problem, of course, but the idea is it improves your circulation and heals the cells or some theory like that. So PEMF, look it up sometime. And but the only thing that I found that really does me much good is prednisone, and they don't want me to take that too much because it's got side effects. So that's the story on that. Over to you, Cliff. WB4NKL, N4LQ.
Now, N4LQ, WB4NKL. That's the problem with about anything that works. It's got side effects. I don't take a whole lot of pills, but I've got a little gout pill that I take, and it's got a list of side effects, and try to minimize what I take. But sometimes you gotta go with something. Those TENS, maybe we ought to just, we maybe ought to get into that. Just lift the lid on the transmitter or something, tap off a little bit of RF energy and a little DC. It's just hard for me to shock, to shock myself on purpose. I guess the little TENS units might not be too bad, but it's just hard for me to shock myself on purpose, I guess. Get shocked a lot, not on purpose, but when you start doing it on purpose, it's a little different. Hard to stick your hand in the transmitter. Now go ahead, KSK4YBCs, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL, K4YBC. Okay, Cliff. I guess you'd call a gentleman my mentor from many, many, many years ago. He ran a little radio and TV shop up there in the mountains, and he was immune to electricity. It didn't bother him. I mean, I don't think they could have electrocuted him in an electric chair because electricity just did not bother him at all. And I was always amazed at that because I just get a little tickled, it scares me half to death, but
It never bothered him. I think I might have told you guys about it. I went with him down to the local radio station one day. Their engineer on vacation, and they called Ray to come get the transmitter back on the air, and we were back behind that thing. At that time, that thing was huge. And he grabbed something back there and grabbed me by the earlobe, and I mean, it like took the top of my head off. He thought it was funny. I didn't think it was too funny at all, but that's the way it goes. And I believe those machines, they usually recommend about 20 minutes maximum on the use of those, Al. I think that's what they told me anyway. Oh well. KK4VH, K4YBC.
Okay, fine business. K4YBC, KK4VH returning. I think I'm returning anyway. I'm trying to. I finally got rid of that feedback this morning. I don't know what caused it all of a sudden, but anyway, I got rid of it. It was feedback through the speaker. I don't know if they did that before, but you know how things are. When you move things around, you never know what's going to happen next time you turn the transmitter on, that's for sure. But anyway, fine business. Larry, I copy you fine. You're doing a fine job down there, 15 over. You good audio and good signal, and no problem hearing you at all. And I did get back up to power where I normally run, so I hope it made a difference. I cut all the way down to barely nothing there a while ago, and I was trying to figure out where the feedback was coming from. But anyway, let me get it on. Let me get on over there today, and we'll get it on around in 25 minutes, 20 minutes. That sounds about right. I don't know. They could have left it on there a half a day as well as it felt on me. Of course, that was my wrist, you know, and it had a plate in it. They put a plate in it when I broke it, so I don't know whether that helped. That probably helped the current get around more better than without the plate, I guess. I don't know. WA4LLR to pick it up. KK4VH.
KK4VH and the group. WA4LLR. All right, good copy on everybody. The band's shortening up and the static pressures are going down here. But I know, being the weak guy on the block, keep their ears peeled here. I apologize. But boy, this thing makes operating up here awful easy. That built-in antenna tuner tunes pretty wide range on this 2000, evidently. Oh well. Let's see here. Yeah, 20 minutes is what it's programmed for. One session lasts 20 minutes. And believe me, I despise being shocked. I've been shocked with everything I could think of, and I hate it. So that's not what they adjusted for. You know, they put it on the muscle or whatever. And Steve, I understand when the chiropractor tried one on mine for that herniated disc, it didn't do nothing. So it sure didn't work well for that. But therapist said, in my case, this is where they move muscles around and tendons and stuff, pulling things out of the way to do what they had to do. And the muscle that's giving the most trouble, you put this on it, 2 electrodes, pads spaced 2 inches apart, and fire it up, and then you sit there and you increase the output until you just start to feel just a little bit of a tingle, not a shock, but just a little tingle, and it causes that pain to dissipate. It's amazing. So in my case, this time it's working well. The previous one, like you were talking about, Steve, didn't do anything for me. Of course, that was many, many years ago, and the technology's changed a lot since then. Let's see what else here. I had something else I was about to say, and it went out the window. Of course, that's not unusual for me these days. Anywho, good to hear everybody this morning. I wish I could come up with a way to get a little more output up here, but that's not manifesting at the present time. We'll get back eventually. So let's see. Billy, here it comes, buddy. KL4SSY, WA4LLR.
Howdy, Dave. Yeah, I finally pulled that map up again this morning. That mess it must be the rainy season and the rainforest and all that, because all the way just a solid string from Africa or from Europe. Well, I'd have to go back. I ain't gonna be able to say it, but anyways, all the way across there and south of me, pretty much everything south of me on Florida is under blue, and then up the coast, all of it out over the water mostly, except that and a little bit up there in Kentucky, but most of it's over the oceans, over the water. But lots of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign and get out of here. The boss has been trying to call, and we signed up for some stuff yesterday, and I probably need to get up front and start trying to get through some of that stuff to get it in the hands of everybody it needs to go to before I head out next weekend, or next Thursday, Friday, whenever I leave North Dakota. So I'm gonna say 7-3. I enjoyed this morning. Everybody have a good day, and Lord will maybe we'll talk something to you this afternoon. So back over to you, Mr. Larry. WB4NKM, KL4SSY, clear 7-3.
KL4SSY, WB4NKM. Okay, Billy, 7-3s. Good to talk with you this morning. Good to be in here. You have a good day. Yeah, everybody's doing a good job getting over the static. It's really, I got the RF gain cut back. That really helps me up here, but it's pretty intense. I got to look and see if that storm in Kentucky is headed my way. Don't want to get caught with bad antennas and coax and radios there again. That done me that way one time. So I'll say 73s. Make this my last one too. Rick, I'm gonna go in there and find some cackleberries. See if I can whip up some breakfast. Enjoyed it this morning, and I'll have the receiver on while I'm fixing breakfast in there, fellers. I hope everybody has a good day. Be careful out there. WK4R, WB4NKM.
WK4R. Well, there I got to see if my cook is up and moving yet. I feel sure she is, but I better not aggravate her too much. Like poking the bear. She's good. But anyway, yep, the band is improving a little bit. The static has decreased some here. It's still kind of long on occasion. And Brother Dave, you're sounding pretty good this way, despite yourself. I mean, it's not too bad, really. And let's see. Well, I got things to do and things to get straight since we got back yesterday, and all kind of stuff to look at. And I may not do any of it. May just do what I want to. Everybody have a good day. I'm going to say 73 and listen for a while. But we'll catch up with you tomorrow if all goes well. Unless I go to train show, maybe. But anyway. K4JAL, WK4.
WK4R in the group, K4JAL. Well, it's been, I guess, a good day. I'm going to get on off of here and get the 32V cranked up and see if I can give it a little exercise. I like to run these old rigs a little bit, keep them from getting as cranky as I am. So I'll get on out. KN4RCL, K4JAL, over to you, saying 73.
73, Jimmy, and I'm going to say 73 also. I'm going to get on out of here since I was the first one in here this morning. And I'll just go ahead and cut it early, and if anything happens, we'll just blame it on Terry over there in Burbank. Jimmy, I ate up there at the Roaster Rooster up there at Burnship. It's a good place to eat and everything. Just when you go, just don't be in no hurry about getting your food. They're a little bit slow now, but it's good food. KN4RCL, go ahead, Steve and Shelby, 73.
All right, bye-bye there, Chad, and Rick and everybody else is leaving, and I'm going to do the same thing, get ready for the next net down on 3715. So, nice talking to everybody, 73s, and over to Cliff, WB4NKL, N4LQ.
N4LQ. WB4NKL. I guess everybody's jumping ship, so I'll do the same and retune here. Check in with the 3715 group. And I guess about a week we'll be heading down that way for the luncheon, or hope to be able to make it. Say 73, Chad, I seen that on the park up at Jonesboro, the school, new school up there. Looked like more of a playground. I probably won't take advantage of any of that, but another thing they're doing is extending the Tweetsy Trail. They're wanting to bring it all the way to Jonesboro, so that's going to be a pretty long trail if they got that thing going from Jonesboro all the way to Hampton. I guess it'd be a good bike trail. It'd be hard to walk it all in a session, but be a good bike trail, I guess. 73s, and we'll catch everybody in the morning. K4YBC, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL, K4YBC. Okay, real fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to get out of here, too, get the day started. And, Jimmy, if you're still listening, buddy, that Elmac is living up to the Elmac reputation, buddy. You're booming in down here, sounding really good. I don't have anything else either, so I'll see everybody in the morning, good Lord's willing. Everybody take care and have a great day. Be safe, and we'll see you all later. Al, I think you're still in there, so down to you, sir. KK4BH, K4YBC, clear but listening.
Yeah, I'm still hanging in there. K4YBC, KK4VH returning, and I'm gonna sign on this one too. I think I'm gonna give it to Brother Dave up there, and I think he'll tie the ribbons on it. I think he's the last one aboard. I think everybody else is signed, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's been a good morning here. Enjoyed it. The band's been noisy, but everybody's signal's been well above it, so we hadn't had any problem hearing anybody, that's for sure. And Jimmy, you in the catbird seat here this morning. I'm telling you, you're the loudest thing in here. And that rig of yours is doing a fine job for what it is and where it is and all that, Dave. So don't throw back on in. It's doing a pretty good job. So I'll give it to you, Dave. You can tie the ribbons on it. 73's all the way around to everybody, and we'll do it again when we can. WA4LLR, KK4VH. Be off and clear. 73.
All right, on my business. Yeah, it's a little old Kenwood TS2000 barefoot. But I'm thankful to have it where I'm at and the condition I'm in right now. Enjoyed it. Everybody have a great day. 73, God bless. WA4LLR clear.